Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today's topic is going to be about stupid questions and whether their existence is real or a myth. I'll leave it up to you to decide right now, so go ahead and pause the video and comment below what you think. But moving on to my take on what a stupid question is, because I genuinely believe that there is such a thing as a stupid question. Some people are offended by that, but hey, it is what it is. Now, a stupid question is a question that someone asks without putting in the proper amount of effort themselves to answering it for themselves, if that makes sense. You'll have people who will ask questions and they've done nothing in the background to answer it for themselves. For example, I've worked for years as a math tutor. And one of the things that as time went on, I started to realize is that whenever a student would say that they don't understand, or that the concept is confusing, or that their teacher or professor explained it in a really confusing way, is they haven't put enough effort on their end to answering the problem at hand. They haven't read the textbook. They most likely didn't show up to the lecture, and even in the event that they did, they weren't all there. They weren't taking notes and all that. So they put no effort whatsoever into understanding what it is that they're going over in class. But when they come into a tutoring session with me, they're telling me that they don't know, and that the concept is too difficult, and that the teacher is confusing. The look on their face when I tell them to just pull their book out and turn to the section, it's priceless. Because one thing that's happened a lot recently in today's age with, the internet and just all the answers for the most part being at your fingertips, is people have been conditioned to believe that you'll be given an answer just like that, whether you type it into a search engine or if you ask somebody. So that's what a stupid question is. It's the lack of effort in answering it yourself that leads, people to asking stupid questions. Now, I want to give a personal experience, or just a window into an experience I had where I asked the stupid question, and it ultimately outlined my approach moving forward in my tutoring career. This was back during my undergrad, and I asked a professor, so I went into office hours, and I asked the professor a question that was on a homework assignment. And when I laid the textbook down in front of him and he read over the question, he leaned back on his chair, and he looked at me, and he was disappointed with a look, it's just like, are you really asking me this question? And he said that if you have to ask me a question like that, you shouldn't be in my class. And that really woke me up. I thanked him for his time. I walked out and I sat down in the library and tried to figure out, okay, so from what he's telling me is I have all the resources I need to answer this question. So I read the textbook, not just the specific section that homework problem was in, but the several sections beforehand. I also looked over the notes, and I pulled up some resources online that could shed some light on the concept. And sure enough, in the end, I was able to piece it together and answer the question. Now, how stupid do you think I felt for going in and asking that question when I realized that I didn't put in that much effort into answering it myself? Because had I done that, I would have answered it and it would have been a problem. But that was a huge turning point for me, just in life in general, with the way I approach problems, with the way I approach tutoring. And he remains one of the best professors I've ever had during my undergrad and currently my master's degrees. So it's a valuable life lesson avoid asking stupid questions by putting in the effort beforehand. There's no shame in asking questions, but to not put any effort in, you just look silly. And once you realize it later on, it's not going to be that much to look back at. Now, the next thing I want to do, just to conclude, is stupid questions are a real thing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let, people tell you, hey, no matter what, ask a question. It's ask questions, and I encourage that. And I encourage that with the students I've tutored in the past. But make sure that you put all the effort in to answering it yourself. Once you answer it for yourself, and once you put effort into any other part of life where before seeking help on something, really do your due diligence and solve it yourself, and hey, you'll have more dignity. With that being said, have a good day.